Formula One is often described as the pinnacle of motorsport, the fastest cars, the sharpest minds, the most elite drivers in the world. But underneath all of that speed and technology, Formula One is about people. It's about ego, it's about pride, it's about legacy. And when two drivers believe they are the best in the world and they're put in equal machinery, something changes. Friendships fade, respect gets tested, and sometimes it becomes personal. Over the last 70 years, Formula One has given us rivalries that didn't just decide championships, they defined entire eras of the sport. Some were explosive, some were political, some were silent wars fought behind closed doors, and ranking them is almost impossible. But today, we're counting down the 10 greatest rivalries in Formula One history. And yes, number 1 will spark debate. 10. Nico Rosberg versus Lewis Hamilton. This rivalry didn't begin in Formula One. It began in childhood. Rosberg and Hamilton raced each other as kids. They stayed in the same hotels. They ate dinner together. They dreamed about becoming world champions. And then they both made it. When Mercedes built the dominant car of the turbo hybrid era, the championship fight became internal. It wasn't just about beating the grid anymore. It was about beating the one person who knew you best. They collided in Belgium. They crashed in Spain. Team radio messages turned icy. By 2016, the friendship was gone. Rosberg finally beat Hamilton by 5 points to win the championship. And then, in one of the most shocking moments in modern F1, he retired. He gave everything he had to beat his childhood friend, and when he finally did, he walked away. That's how intense this rivalry became. 9. Charles Leclerc versus Max Verstappen. This one feels different. It feels inevitable. Leclerc and Verstappen battled each other relentlessly in karting. They grew up fighting for wins. They know exactly how the other thinks. So when they met again in Formula One, the tension didn't need to be manufactured. Austria, 2019, wheel-to-wheel for the victory. Saudi Arabia, 2022, a tactical chess match before the DRS detection line. There's respect between them, but respect doesn't mean hesitation. When the visor drops, they race hard, clean, relentless. It feels like this rivalry is still being written, and that's what makes it exciting. 8. Fernando Alonso versus Lewis Hamilton. The year was 2007. McLaren signs Fernando Alonso, a reigning 2-time world champion. He is the established star, the team leader. Then they promote a rookie. That rookie was Lewis Hamilton. No one expected the rookie to match Alonso immediately, but he did. Race after race, Hamilton was right there. Tension built quickly. Alonso believed the team favored the young British driver. Hamilton refused to play the role of number 2. Then came Hungary. Alonso blocked Hamilton in qualifying during a pit stop delay. The garage became divided, and as if that wasn't enough, the team was rocked by the Spygate scandal. By the end of the season, Alonso and Hamilton were tied on points. They both lost the championship by a single point. One season together, total chaos. 7. Sebastian Vettel versus Mark Webber. Sebastian Vettel versus Mark Webber. Red Bull was dominating Formula One, 4 consecutive championships, but inside the garage things weren't stable. Webber was experienced. Vettel was the rising superstar. In Malaysia 2013, the team issued a clear instruction, multi-21. That meant Vettel should stay behind Webber. He didn't. He overtook him anyway. The trust between them fractured instantly. Webber felt betrayed. Vettel felt he raced to win. They never truly reconciled. It proved something important. Teammates are often the most dangerous rivals of all. 6. Alain Prost versus Nigel Mansell. Two giants of the late 1980s, both fiercely competitive, both unwilling to be second. At Ferrari, their partnership quickly turned uncomfortable. Mansell believed Prost was playing political games behind the scenes. Prost believed Mansell was unpredictable and overly aggressive. It wasn't loud, it wasn't dramatic in the media, but it was tense. And inside a Formula One team, tension spreads fast. 5. James Hunt versus Niki Lauda. 1976 remains one of the most iconic seasons in F1 history. Lauda was disciplined, calculated, precise. Hunt was wild, charismatic, fearless. Then came the Nürburgring. Lauda's Ferrari burst into flames. He nearly died. 6 weeks later, still recovering, he returned to racing. The championship fight continued, and it came down to the final race in Japan. In torrential rain, Lauda made a decision. He withdrew. He believed the conditions were too dangerous. Hunt continued. and won the championship by 1 point. This rivalry wasn't just about racing, it was about two completely different philosophies of life. 4. Michael Schumacher versus Damon Hill. Championship on the line. Schumacher hits the wall in Adelaide, Hill attempts to overtake, they collide. Both retire. Schumacher wins the title. Was it intentional? Fans still argue. The following season brought more clashes, more tension, more controversy. Schumacher's driving style divided opinion, but there's no denying this rivalry was fierce. 3. Michael Schumacher versus Mika Häkkinen. Late 1990s, Ferrari versus McLaren, two elite drivers at their absolute peak. Their battles were intense, but respectful. Spa 2000, Häkkinen overtakes Schumacher around the outside using a backmarker as part of the move, one of the greatest overtakes in Formula 1 history. They pushed each other to the limit, and in doing so, elevated the entire sport. 2. Ayrton Senna versus Alain Prost. This rivalry transcended racing. Teammates at McLaren, opposites in every way. Senna was emotional, spiritual, aggressive. Prost was analytical, political, strategic. They collided in 1989. They collided again in 1990. Championships decided by contact. The sport felt divided. You were either Team Senna or Team Prost. Even decades later, this rivalry is still discussed as the benchmark. For many, this is number 1. 1. Lewis Hamilton versus Max Verstappen. The 2021 season changed modern Formula 1. Hamilton was chasing a record-breaking 8th title. Verstappen was chasing his first. They collided at Silverstone. They crashed at Monza. They went wheel-to-wheel in Saudi Arabia. The tension wasn't just on track. It spread to fans, to media, to social media. Then came Abu Dhabi, a championship decided on the final lap, a finish that divided the world. Some called it destiny, others called it controversy, but one thing is undeniable. This rivalry brought Formula 1 to a new generation. It reminded everyone why this sport can feel larger than life. Ranking rivalries will always be controversial. Maybe you believe Senna versus Prost should be number 1. Maybe you think modern battles don't compare to the past. That's the beauty of this sport. So now I'll ask you, what is the greatest rivalry in Formula 1 history? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to like and subscribe.